Breaking Forest transfer news. Forest make Kunia their #1 target. Welcome to the video. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Breaking Forest transfer news. Whatever this news, we're going to bring it to you. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have your notifications on, and make sure, as always, you've hit that like button. And if you want to get more transfer videos, more exclusive videos, because I'm going to definitely be doing one on Kunia on Patreon, make sure you scan this QR code, sign up to Patreon. The link's also pinned in the comments. Okay, let's get into this news. So this has been broken by Sami Mokbel, who writes for the Daily Mail as well. You can say what you want about that newspaper. Right now, I don't really care because Kunia, let me just adjust this camera because my OCD, thank you. Because Kunia, man, look, before I tell you the story, if you said to me, name any 2 players within reason that you would want Forest to go after in this transfer window. If I had a shopping list, number 2 on my shopping list would be Semenya from Bournemouth. Number 1 by a far distance is Kunia. Kunia is that good a player. I fear him every time we play Wolves. When he was suspended for the Forest match the other day, I was so happy, because I knew what a difference he could make. He may be, if he stayed at Wolves, the single person who keeps them up this season, and the Wolves fans know it. Now, Kunia was meant to be signing a contract with Wolves, an extension on his current contract. That was almost verbally agreed a couple of weeks ago, and since then it's gone quiet. And now today it started to break that he wants to leave Wolves, and there are clubs interested in him. Arsenal are interested in him. You got all the big boys interested in him, and now Forest. So let me get you through this article and then we'll talk about everything in a second. And I want your thoughts in the comments down below. So as I said, Sammy's published this. He said that Forest, Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs are all interested in Kunia. Now, Forest have placed Wolves forward Kunia at the top of their January shopping list. Forest are ready to enter the market for a new attacker this month as they look to make a serious push for the top 4. He should put in there the title with Kunia. And Kunia has been identified as a primary target by the City Ground Club ahead of the transfer deadline day. The 25-year-old is being courted by a number of Premier League top clubs, and it remains to be seen if Forest can pull off what would be a major coup. By the way, Sammy, off has 2 Fs. Nevertheless, Forest have a serious interest in the Brazilian international and ready to make a play for the 10-goal forward. But with the opportunity of joining a club who could provide him with the chance of playing European football this or next season emerging as a possibility this month, Kunia could abide his time before signing on new terms with Wolves. Forest have already made a £22 million. We know about the Vista stuff. We've already told you that. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave the link for you on the video on the end screen. So, what does this mean? Well, firstly, let's be real. There's some big hitters in there. The likes of Arsenal and Chelsea are in a similar position to Forest, currently are playing European football, which we aren't. So technically and realistically, you would think you would make them more favourites. Spurs, on the other hand, are playing Europa football currently, but are fighting a relegation battle. He's literally going to go from a club that's 16th to the club that's 15th. Big jump there. So Spurs, I wouldn't be worried about. It's Chelsea and Arsenal who have the pulling power. Now, on top of that, is this just a decoy ploy by newspapers to talk about this, to kind of build him up, get more interest in him, push the money up and everything like that? It definitely could be. But I don't care. I'm going to let myself, this is the first name this transfer window where I've heard the link, and let's assume it's true for now, where I've said to myself, wow, my jaw has dropped. You guys are lucky you can only see the top half of my body right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is the one that tells me Forest are deadly serious with links like this on committing to top 4, to title race, whatever label you want to put on it. And Kunia would be that man to get us there. I think he would bring such a huge upgrade. And, you know, where does he fit in would be the next question. He can play as a shadow striker, so technically in that Morgan Gibbs White role, he can play up front, he can play on the wing. I'd put him in goal, man. He's that good. So, what do you guys think about Kunia? Let me know in the comments. All right, so let's talk about how much this could potentially cost Forest, if it's true. And right now, I've got my goggles on. Let's carry on. His current market valuation is 50 million. He's under contract with Wolves until 2027 anyway. So this isn't a desperate thing from Wolves. This would be a player-driven departure if it were to happen. And the fact that he's walking away potentially from this verbal agreement that they've had tells you that he's probably on his way. But Wolves will not accept chump change for him. There have been fees quoted in and around 60 million euros, 70 million euros for him. I think he's worth that money. I honestly, genuinely think he's that good. His record at Wolves, 51 games, 22 goals. He's been playing with the Brazilian international team since 2021. He's had 11 appearances there as well. I know he doesn't fit in perfectly right now, because the real question is, do you play him instead of Morgan Gibbs White? Do you drop Woodinho for him? What do you do? My answer is, I don't really care. Get him through the door and give Nuno that headache, and Nuno's genius enough to figure out how everyone will fit in. This for me, if it's true, and I reiterate, Arsenal are interested, Chelsea are interested, Spurs are interested. This could just be agent talk trying to push it up, or paper talk trying to fill column inches. But I ain't going to lie to you. This one excites the absolute crap out of me. Forget Visser. Just to give you an update on Visser, that bid was rejected from Brentford. And I think we can do better. And Kunia, even if we don't get him, this is the type of caliber player Forest, in my opinion, need to be going after. And just on another note, while I've got you here anyway, Murillo does and has put that ink to the paper and has signed his new deal, keeping him here at Forest till 2029. Well, under contract at least until 2029. So does that mean he stays? Does that mean he goes for a bigger bumper fee? We'll find out. But my feeling is Murillo is ecstatic right now at Forest. So there's so much going on. Oh, and more news. In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll do it over on Patreon, because there's some more breaking news on Chris Wood and his contract. So the transfer window is now coming into its last 10 or so days. It's about to heat up. It's about to get extremely busy. So make sure you keep yourselves tuned in here and as well on Patreon. Scan that QR code or click on the link that's pinned in the comments. If you're enjoying the video or haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And we'll keep you posted on this one. Get your comments in. I'm dying to know what you guys think. Come on, you Reds.